Okay, guys, today inshallah we're gonna continue practicing on chapter 9, section 2, the ideal calculations of stoichiometry. So we're gonna keep working on some problems, okay, the same as we did last time. So we're gonna just practice the different types. So the first kind of problems here, for the following equation, we represent the laboratory preparation of oxygen. So we have potassium chlorate that breaks down into potassium chloride and oxygen regarding to this chemical equation. So how he asked how many moles of O2 form if 3 moles of potassium chloride are totally consumed. So who can answer this question? It's just from mole to mole, okay? So who can answer that question, guys? Just raise your hand if you know the answer, guys. Okay, anyone know?
1 second.
Okay. So, what is the first step, guys? The first step that we always do in any stoichiometric problem is higher. Yes, check that the equation is balanced or not. So here we have 2 potassium, and here 2 potassium, 2 chlorine, and here 2 chlorine, 6 oxygen, and here 6 oxygen, so it's balanced. Okay, so let's try to find it. Regarding to the equation, how many mole of potassium chloride produces how many mole of oxygen? Yes, Hassan?
هتبقى 4.5.
Hassan, again, I said many times, please follow the steps. Don't be, I could figure out what is the number. Okay? Tell me the steps, please.
ما انا ما عملتش ستيبس.
So how you calculate it? Tell me how is the idea.
2
So
KClO.
yes, so 2 mole, so 2 mole of KCl3, okay, KClO3, okay, they are gonna produce
3O2.
They will produce 3 mole of O2. Yes or no? Okay, about this?
3 moles equals 1.5.
So like this, we ask what would happen if we have 3 mole of the same substance. So how many they are gonna yield? Okay, so that's the question. This is the unknown. So the answer will be 3 multiply 3. Yes, divided by 2. Good idea. So it equals how much? 4.5.
4.5.
Is hard like this, guys? Any hard question? Any hard question here, guys? Guys, could you please answer me?
No, mister.
No, mister.
Okay, so that's the easiest one. Okay, or the easiest way, or that's simple. Okay, that simplest type of the of stoichiometric problems. Okay, in which we convert mole to mole. Okay, so let's pass to question number 2. Given the following equation, H2, okay, reacts with F2 yields to HF. How many grams of hydrogen fluoride gas are produced as 5 moles of fluorine reacts? Okay, so here we need to change mole into grams or into mass. So let's find here, guys, who can answer this problem. Okay, let's find here. Lulwa. Lulwa. Lulwa, can you hear me? Lulwa, can you hear me? Lulwa. Sama?
Yes, sir, mister.
Could you try to please to answer this with me? He asked you, okay, how many grams of hydrogen fluoride gas are produced as 5 mole of fluorine reacts. So regarding to the equation, how many moles of fluorine produce how many moles of hydrogen fluoride?
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer.
Let's try. I'm going. You can't see the question. How many mole of fluorine here? How many mole? We know the mole from the number of coefficient. If there is no coefficient written, it means 1. So how many mole we have?
0.5 grams.
What?
0.5 grams.
Sama, just pay attention. I'm asking to you regarding to the chemical equation in front of you. How many mole of fluorine producing how many mole of hydrogen fluoride? Just your guys tell me how many moles of fluorine. How many?
One.
So 1 mole, okay, of fluorine. That's gonna produce how many mole of hydrogen fluoride? How many mole of HF? HF.
هتبقى 1 مول وهنا 2 مول.
So that's produced 2 mole of hydrogen fluoride. Okay, then he asks, sorry. Then he asks here, you have 5 mole of, okay, fluorine, good, okay. So that will produce how many mole of HF?
10.
So that's 10 because it's 5 multiply 2, okay, divided by 1, so equals 10. So we have 10 moles. Brilliant, okay. So 10 mole of HF. But actually he asks about the grams. He doesn't ask about moles. So we need to convert these 10 moles into grams. So that means we're gonna first, okay, calculate the atomic mass of. So we're going to calculate the atomic mass of hydrogen fluoride. So 1 mole of hydrogen fluoride equals how many gram? Hydrogen is 1. Okay. So it's equal 1 plus fluorine is 18. Okay. So overall it equals 19 gram. So like this, that's 1 mole. How many mole do we have?
10.
We have 10 mole, good. Okay, so 10 mole of hydrogen fluoride, they will produce, so it will be 10 multiply 19 divided by 1. Okay, so it equals 1000. I think that's too much. 190, yes, 190 gram. Okay, so is it hard like this?
No.
So let's pass to the next question. Okay, just before we pass, okay, let's make it that here to ensure problem of spaces will not interrupt us anymore. Okay, guys, so let's pass to question number 3. Question number 3, he said that water can be made to decompose into elements by using electricity according to the following equation. So he asked how many grams of oxygen are produced when 0.033 mole of water decompose. So yes, Abdurrahman.
Yes, miss.
Let's start.
How many grams? 3, صح?
He asked about how many grams of, yes, number 3, how many grams of oxygen produced when we use this amount of water. So first, or regarding to the equation, how many moles of water producing how many moles of oxygen?
2 moles of water
producing 2 moles of water, okay.
Producing 1 mole of oxygen.
Yes, producing 1 mole of oxygen. That's good, okay. So like this, he asked if you have 0.033 0.33 mole water. Okay. So they gonna produce how many mole of oxygen?
مستر أحسبها.
Yep. So it will be, okay, 0.033 multiply
half
Multiply.
تبقى 0.0165
divided by 2, so it equal
0.0165.
0.0165, like this. Yes,
Yes.
mole. Okay, so like this you get the number of moles, okay, which produce. But actually he asks about the amount of oxygen in grams, so we need to change this into grams. So 1 mole of oxygen, sorry, 1 mole of oxygen equals how many gram? Each atom of oxygen equals 16 gram. So like this, okay, we are gonna find it equals 16 multiply 2. Yes,
2
equals 32 gram. So like this, in that case, 0 point, okay, 0.165 mole of oxygen. They will produce how many gram? So it will be 0.0165 multiply
32 هتبقى 0.48
2 divided by 1. So it equals
0.48.
0.48 gram. Is it hard like this?
No.
Any hard question?
No.
So I think it's easy. Yes.
Yes, easy.
Okay. So let's pass to question number
مستر
4.
عندي سؤال.
Yes, Hassan.
هو الجرامز دي انا احفظها ولا؟
No, actually, it will be provided by the predict table. Okay. So or
ماشي.
even they will be given in the problem. Okay.
ماشي.
So you will not memorize it. Don't worry. Okay. So here, let's pass to the next one. Question number 4. He asks, sodium metal reacts with water to produce NaOH according to the following equation. So he asks how many grams of NaOH are produced if 20 gram of sodium metal reacts with excess water. So Sama, could you try now?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start here. He asks how many gram of NaOH are produced when 20 gram of sodium metal reacts. So first of all, we need to find, okay, the ratio between the moles. So how many mole of sodium produce how many mole of NaOH?
Mr. could you say this again?
Again, how many mole of sodium produces how many mole of NaOH regarding to the equation? Sorry.
2.
2. So we're going to say 2 moles of. So 2 moles Na, they produce how many mole of NaOH?
They produce 2 moles water.
2, yes. Okay, they produce 2
NaOH.
mole. Okay, NaOH. So then here, in that case, he asks you 20 gram of sodium. So we're supposed to know this 20 gram represent how many mole. So we said that 1 mole of, or 1 mole of sodium, okay, actually it represents, okay, 22, or sorry, 23 grams, 23 gram. So like this 20, okay, gram, or how many moles, they are represented by 20 gram. So could you find? It will be 20
It would be 20.
multiply 1 divided by 23. So the equal, use your calculation.
Mr. 20 multiplied by 1 divided by
23.
0.8.
0.8 okay, mole. So like this, we have 0.8 mole, okay, of NaOH. So in that case, of Na. So back to the equation, okay, back here to this equation, okay, if we said, okay, we're gonna copy this equation one more time, we're here, okay, so we said, regarding to this equation, if we have 0.8 mole of sodium, so how many mole of NaOH they will produce? So it will be 0.8 multiplied 2 divided by 2, so it equals 0.8 mole, yes? Is it true? My calculation is true?
Mr. It's 0.8 multiplied by 2
Divided by 2?
divided by 2.
Yes, true.
Okay, so like this, we get the amount of NaOH in mole, but he asks about in gram, so we need to change this amount in moles into gram. So 1 mole of NaOH equals how many? Sorry. Equal how many gram? Sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, and hydrogen is 1, so it equals 40 gram, yes?
Yes, 40 grams.
So in that case, we said 0.8 mole, okay, NaOH will equal how many gram? So it will be 40 multiply 1 divided by, okay, sorry, 40 multiply 0.8 divided by 1. So equals
32, Mr.
equal 32 gram. Is it hard like this? Any hard question, guys?
No.
So if you find there is any problem that concern the longest time of problems that we give you a certain mass to find unknown to find mass of unknown substance. So in that case, you must convert the mass into moles, then find the mole ratio, then return again the mole, okay, into mass one more time. Okay. So let's find question number 5 here. Okay. Question number 5. He said it has two parts. What mass of oxygen gas is produced if 100 grams of lithium perchlorate are heated and allowed to decompose according to the following equation? So here in that case, he asks about how the mass of oxygen when 100 grams of lithium perchlorate are heated. So let's find here who can answer this. Who can answer this, guys?
معلش يا استاذ سالي عندي دوشه.
Okay, so Abdurrahman, are you ready?
ماشي يا مستر.
Let's start. Okay, so he asks about how many mass of oxygen. So that is the unknown, the part which is known, produced of, okay, if 100 grams of lithium perchlorate. So he starts by. So first of all, we must find how much this 100 gram represent of lithium chlorate. Yes.
يعني 1 mole of lithium
Good.
chlorate
Okay, so we're gonna
100
find.
grams.
So let's see here, 1 mole of, or 1 mole lithium chlorate. Let's take it here. So 1 mole lithium chlorate, actually it will represent how many grams? Let's find. Lithium is 7, okay, plus chlorine is 35.5, plus, okay, oxygen is 16, so it's 16 multiply 4, okay, because we have 4 atoms of oxygen, so overall equals how much they are, guys?
Equals 106.5.
106.
Yes.
0.5, okay, gram. That's okay, 1 mole. So the 100 gram that we have, okay, already equals how much? Okay, so that means here we have the unknown. Okay, so this 100 gram represents how much? So cross multiplication.
تبقى 0.9.
So 100 multiply 1 divided by 106.5, yes?
Yes.
Equals
0.93.
0.93 okay, mole. So like this, you get the number of moles of lithium chloride. So let's back to the equation, okay? Regarding to the equation, how many mole of lithium chloride producing how many mole of oxygen?
1 mole of lithium chloride.
So 1 mole of lithium chloride, actually they will produce how
2
many
mole.
mole? It will produce 2 mole of
Yes.
oxygen, yes?
Yes.
Good, okay, sorry. So like this, you are right. So then how many mole actually do we have? How many mole of lithium chloride actually we have here? 0.93.
0.93.
Okay, so 0.93 mole, okay. They will produce how many mole? Okay, so that is, so let's find, it will cross multiplication,
1.86.
0.93 multiply 2, okay, divided by 1, so equals, equal, can't hear you,
1.86.
1.86, okay, so
Yes.
that's represent 1.86 mole, okay. So let's back or turn this into grams. So we said that 1 mole of oxygen, okay, 1 mole oxygen. So that's represent how many gram? It's 2 multiply 16. So equal 32 gram. So like this, how many mole do we have of oxygen? 1.86 mole, okay. So oxygen, they will produce how many gram?
59.52.
So 32 multiply
1.86.
divided by 1. So it equals
59.52.
59.52. Okay, so is hard like this?
No.
So gram. So like this, okay, that's how we could. Okay. So here that's letter A. So let's pass to letter B. Letter B, the oxygen gas produced in part A, this one, that the amount of oxygen gas is produced, has a density of 1.43 gram per liter. Calculate the volume. Okay, so this is an extra part. Anyone could tell me what the relation or what density equal? Okay, do you remember? So density D equals mass over volume. Okay, so like this, if he already tells you that the density equal 1.43, so it equals how much of the mass we get? It's 59.52 divided by the volume, which is unknown. So like this, we could figure out that the volume equals. Who can tell me? So V equal 59.52 divided by 1.43 equals, guys, who can tell me? Could you make your calculations, please?
لسه معلش أعمل إيه تاني؟
Okay, we said that density equal mass over volume. So the given density is 1.43. Okay, and the mass
41.6.
41.62.
62.
So 62, and as it's okay volume, so the volume must be measured in liter. Okay, so like this, or we can say it. Okay, so that's like that. Our measuring it is hard like this.
No.
Another question. Okay, so like that, guys, we answer number 5. So we still have the last question, number 6. Let's do it. Okay, honestly, just to clarify the idea. So question 6, he said that a car airbag requires 70 liter of nitrogen gas to inflate properly. The flowing equation represents the production of nitrogen gas. So here, this one. So actually, guys, I'm gonna give you this kind of problem. It will be your homework for today, just one problem to ensure that all of you are gonna practice this. And I'm gonna wait, okay, the answer of this question. Okay, guys? You can send this the answer of this question on WhatsApp. Okay?
Okay, miss.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys, and goodbye.
Bye, miss.